Hey Chase. Yeah, nice job here. Did a little bit more on the warp just because the more it corresponds with this line here, I'm going to move it up, the better, and I'll just show you what the difference is just with the history. Um, so that's what it was before, and that's what it was after. So you might want to do that. I still think the background is really taking away from the caricature. The caricature is really cool, but overall the background's pretty drab. This black line here makes this heavy bottom, and the microwave kind of looks floating. It doesn't really look like it's fitting in. And I agree, it's more fun, but it kind of doesn't relate to the caricature at all. Unless there was, unless it was like bigger and maybe it was inside of it or something like that. It's completely your choice, but I just think that if with a stronger background, you're pretty close to a portfolio piece, I would probably move this over. And I don't know if you can see this, but the text needs a lot more contrast. You can't see when you've got the same color on the same color background, you really can't see it. So there's ways that you could fix that. Like you could add maybe some type of a layer style or something that would make it, maybe an outer glow or something. Not that color, but maybe kind of an orangey color or something like that, or yellow. Just anything that's going to be not that background color. But again, but truly, you can't really read this even with this on it. So you might want to work with just creating, and that's probably, let me make the opacity more. Well, you can see it a little bit better now. And again, you can play with these things. You can put a glow. But you've got all this negative space here, especially if you stick with this background. So, I probably wouldn't go crazy with these warp text. I would probably put them closer together, the text, because it's, they really do relate to each other. So I would probably move this, down, and then the food down. And again, you just can't read it, so it just doesn't have any contrast for that. And this just doesn't fit in. I would just get rid of it. If you don't want to change the background, I would totally get rid of this, and I would probably make the background so this wasn't so strong, because this is creating this weight down here. Whoops. Where's that background? So, but maybe after the class, if you it's not doing anything. Oh shoot. It's on the wrong thing here, but let me see. So maybe if you work with this so it, maybe a little bit of black is fine, but just not so much of it. Something like that could work a little bit better. So that's, and the thing, you could probably use this background if you did something more interesting with the text. So if you gave it some styles, something that, that really some some styles that would really make it stand out, because since the background's so kind of drab, the text really needs to pick it up somehow. Okay, so anyway, your guide looks really cool. Yeah, I'm just trying to get you to the best portfolio piece. Even down here, it's a little bit out of focus and stuff. That's kind of why I'm suggesting just a different background. Even though when it's big like this, it's doable if you had some. Another thing you could do too is you could add some little pieces of food to the background if you worked on getting it to be the same angle of view, because you can see we're kind of looking down and over. This we're looking from the side, so that's kind of important to get some consistency. So, maybe if you had some raisins on the, around somewhere, or maybe pull the shadow, where is it? So it really, goes into the negative space a little bit more. This is a problem here with the negative space. I don't know, maybe just continue just moving this over even more. And, maybe making this higher so it doesn't cut off, and then you really can put the text in there. Okay, so anyway, yeah, your caricature is really cool. Just need to tie up some other parts for Unity. Okay, and also legibility.